Welcome to Discussions, a rewatch podcast where two sisters share with each other and you our thoughts, opinions, and hot takes about our favorite TV shows and movies.
For this season, we are watching Once Upon a Time, the fantasy drama series that alternates between the fantasy world where fairy tale characters live and the real world in Storybrooke, Maine, where the characters are trapped under an evil curse by the evil queen. I'm Courtney.
And I'm Akari.
Let's discuss. Okay, so I want to start off by saying we are a rewatch podcast, and we're going to be reviewing the pilot on this episode, but we're not going to be doing an episode-by-episode series because that's just too much. So we're going to be clustering the episodes into chunks, and then if there's an episode where it's full and crazy, we'll go over that one, but we're going to keep going in chunks. I hope that makes sense. But before we discuss, let's talk about how we got to the show. Let's introduce ourselves. And, eldest daughter can go first because she introduced me to the show. Go ahead.
Yes. Okay, so, as I said before, my name is Akari. And I discovered the show when I was in high school. Truthfully, I don't remember what grade it was. Like, I don't remember if it was junior year, senior year, or sophomore year, somewhere. We were living in Clarkston, Tennessee at the time, and the school experience was kind of dank-ish. It was weird. Like, we're military kids, so we moved around a lot. So this was the first place that we actually were settled down and we weren't moving anywhere. So we had to get used to the kids and everything. Some of them were kind of weird. It was interesting. It was I had friends, but also kind of felt a little lonely. But this cool thing about the show was that it kind of reconnected us because we weren't really talking, if that makes sense. We lived right next door to each other in the same house, but we weren't talking that much. Courtney was having her own experiences.
So I was in middle school, she was in high school. It's that time where you just kind of find your own tribe.
She was having her own school experiences. I was having my own. We couldn't really relate. Obviously it's not an excuse, but we really weren't really talking. So I found the show. And we grew up as Disney kids, obsessed with Disney. We love Disney so much and Disney movies. And so when I saw the trailer for the show, I was like, okay, this could be interesting. It's kind of like a Disney spinoff of the original Disney characters, but we're getting more depth. And that could be cool. So I started watching it, and the show was amazing. I was like, I have to tell somebody. And I remember I immediately ran to Courtney's room. I was like, I need you to watch something. And she was like, what? I'm like, just listen to me. I need you to watch this. Because she has this thing where when I recommend shows and movies, she won't watch them for decades or something. And then she'll be like, you remember that show? It's great. I'm like, I'm over it. It's dead.
I feel like so many people can relate to that. There's just so many shows. So
okay, but when I put you on, it's good though. Because I only watch good shit. It's good.
I have to agree.
Yes.
Most of the time, but sometimes it's trash.
Name what? Okay, we're not doing this. We're not doing
your comedy stuff. I think we have
very different senses of humor.
So when she recommends
deadpan
something, I like deadpan comedy.
I like deadpan comedy.
No, because the stuff that you recommend.
That wasn't a comedy. It was a rom-com.
Romantic.
I literally didn't say it was going to be
a romantic.
Yes, I didn't say it was going to be hilarious.
Anyway, her rom-coms are hit or miss. She also likes The Holiday.
Because it's good, not because it's funny.
Hit or miss.
It's not a miss.
But when she recommends,
it's quite literally a classic. It's quite literally a classic, bro.
When she recommends a drama.
Whatever. If y'all want my recommendations, hit me up because she's just whack. But I was like, I have to show her this. So, and I was like, no, you can't do that whole bull crap where you wait forever to watch. I need you to watch this now. And so she watched it. She watched a couple episodes, and I went back to my room because I was continuing where I was at. And I just hear this loud bang on my door. It's like, I'm like, I open the door. She's like, this is amazing. I'm like, exactly. So I'm like, bro. So the show is always gonna have a special place in our hearts in general because it's just really good. But for me, it's also special because we got that relationship back from watching the show. Because again, we weren't really talking that much, and we were doing our own thing. But we would always come together to talk about the newest episode, or when I had to stop watching so she could catch up, and then we could watch it together. We waited for seasons to come out live, and we were like, oh my god! And we would wait for the premiere. And when they drop episodes, we'd watch it. So it was cool. But that's kind of how we got into it, and we wouldn't be here without me. You're welcome.
Okay, well, I think that's a good way to start it off.
Well, that's your intro.
I want to say good luck on, like, while I'm talking, try not to fidget, because, like, it's very hard to sit here and not
Try not to fidget?
fidget.
Oh.
Like, I'm doing... You'll see that.
Oh.
Like, it's hard to, when someone's talking. Okay.
Yeah, I
So,
definitely have ADHD. I'm going to fidget.
my story about how I came to it, like, you heard her story. We were in the same room, and I was at a very lonely point in my life. I was 12. I was in 7th grade, which is like, you know, middle school. And I was just like, man, I don't feel like I belong. I don't connect, you know? Again, I had people around me, but I just didn't feel like. So when she recommended it to me, I was like, fine. I don't even know what made me try. That summer, I don't think I had much going on. I played basketball. Yeah. I played I played basketball, and we had camps a lot of the summers, but I don't know. This summer, there just wasn't that much going on. So I had time to, like, binge a show. And I didn't even binge shows like that yet. Like we said, we were Disney kids. This was the tail end of me watching Disney Channel. Y'all know, like, I think after Jessie and Dog with the Blog, I was just falling off. Like, Austin and Ally was my last, like, favorite show on Disney Channel. So I was, like, starting to grow up, you know, but I was also, like, we were pretty sheltered. So I was like, I don't know what to watch. Like, watching shows that weren't on Disney Channel seemed scary because it was, like, it's so dark. And
yeah, and our parents made it seem like everything else was, like, yeah, dark.
I feel like what shows were popular, probably, like, Vampire Diaries,
Pretty Little
Arrow, Pretty Little Liars. Yeah, stuff that I'm just like, no, I can't do this.
I wasn't into it either.
But yeah, so it was just a lot of those, like, teen shows. That was kind of the height of the teen shows, but I was just like, yeah, no. So when she recommended this to me, I was like, okay, the first scene opens with Snow and Charming. So I was like, okay, something that I can, it's a story that I know. And obviously they add deep elements to it, and it just really made me feel not alone. The show, hope is like the main theme of the show, you know, having hope and stuff like that, and that gave me hope. It was the first show I ever binged. I mean, like, day and night. I watched.
We were on that.
Yeah, I watched 4 seasons probably in, like,
yes,
just a very short period of time until we caught up. So
yeah, by the time we started watching it, it had a couple seasons out already. I remember hearing about the trailer. It must have been a couple years before or something. I had heard that they were going to try this, and they had enough clips for a trailer, but there was nothing out yet. So I completely forgot about it. And then it popped back up, and it had seasons. And I was like, oh. I was like, okay, so this is something
Mind you, this is before Disney Plus, okay? So if you want to know how we watched this,
way before.
We did not take legal precautions to watch this show.
Because I had no idea where else to find it. Yeah, there was no streaming. It was literally on live TV, like ABC. So if you missed it, you missed it.
So it was just a beacon of hope. It was something that we connected on. The love stories made me feel like, you know, I could have that too. All that. And yeah, I'm going to get into that because Team Snow and Charming, Team Regina and Robin.
I just wanted the drama.
Yeah.
And I got it.
I also did, I mean, we'll talk about more of, you know, the things and stuff. But it really made me see how, you know, everybody has a backstory and everybody has a reason. Because I think when you're becoming a teenager, you're coming out of childhood, you just think good and bad. You just kind of think black and white. And they showed me the gray area.
That's true. I've always been interested in, like, villains' story arcs. Because I'm like, okay, people are just born, like, evil. Something happens. One is, I want to know what the psychological click was. And I thought it was really cool. Like, that's what's also really cool about, like, Disney live-action movies. Because they give you more information. They give you more scenes that we didn't get before. Sometimes they add stupid stuff, but for the most part, like, it's still cool to find out backstories and stuff like that. So I thought it was cool that these characters actually have so much more depth to them than what Disney showed, like, when those things were, like, the story of Cinderella, completely different in this thing. They did the Grimm brothers. Yeah, version. I think they sometimes mix the Grimm brothers version, which is the original fairy tales. They're just really freaking dark, like they're loud for kids, and they take those and make them into hopeful things for kids. Because I think the Grimm brothers, it usually always ends grim. Excuse my corniness. But, like, I think that's so some of the stories, I think they just twisted it or added it, and so it's a combination of Disney and the Grimm brothers, which was still cool because again that gray area gets exposed. You're like, oh, that definitely could have happened. Blah 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 blah, and then they just mesh them together into story that you do know. So I'm like, oh, it's great.
All right, well, now you know us. Not really. You just know us through the show. So that's where we are. We get to see the central characters, so I think we could do a quick little thing. Like, what do you think about Emma?
Emma is, girl, something got in my eye.
You want me to go first?
Emma is, how did I say it? Okay, Emma is like, I don't want to say she's the perfect adult, but she's like the perfect adult. Oh, what's the word?
I know what you're trying to say.
Like,
I don't know
like
what word you're looking for, but I know
like
what you mean.
she just, like, okay, like if there was ever gonna be a non-believer, she's it.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's the perfect, like, Santa Claus doesn't exist.
Yeah,
Tooth Fairy is bullshit. Like
yeah.
she's very cynical and she's just very real.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's also she has a very logical approach to things. She doesn't really take an emotional stance on a lot of stuff. She just tries to find logical ways to either get around things or to improve things, stuff like that. So when I first thought of that, I'm like, she's a very real world person.
Yeah.
Like,
which would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like, that was my first impression, and it stayed my impression. I was like, she's still real as fuck. She's real.
Heartbroken, man. She's alone on her birthday. That's what I thought about. Like, she's alone, she's working hard, but she takes Henry and her heart opens immediately. So it's like she's not too far gone to where, like, her heart isn't.
Well, he did threaten to say that.
Oh, yeah. He said, I'll say you kidnapped me. Yeah, he did. Like, even though she's, like, an unbeliever or whatever, her heart is still, like, yearning for that. I mean, she opens up to him. He's like, my life sucks. And she's like, you know what sucks? Like, my parents didn't even put me in an orphanage. I was found on the side of a road. Like, so she needs to go to therapy.
Yeah, she harbors a lot of deep waters of pain. And she just covers it up with a cement block of logic. Mm-hmm. Like, and that kid broke that shit wide open. He busted that game wide open. But yeah, that was my first.
Let's talk about Henry.
First impression.
I love that. I didn't realize.
What was your first impression of Emma?
He's very sick. Huh?
Did you answer your first impression of Emma?
Yeah, I said she's hurting, but like she opens up immediately.
Okay.
And yeah, she's harboring a lot of. Henry, he's so snarky. I knew he was confident, but he's just like, okay.
He's a cheeky little fella.
Yeah, very cheeky.
Yeah.
He's like, can we get some snacks? She's like, no, this is not a road trip. Why? Like, he's like, I was like, okay, Henry. He's very cheeky.
Honestly,
I like that.
I don't even know if it's,
and he's definitely her son.
He's
I see that immediately.
He's like, my first impression, I'm like, this is also the perfect casting. Like, if you're talking about the pilot, he's the perfect 10-year-old. Like, he was actually 10. Mm-hmm. When they, like, I was looking at it, I was like, how old was he when they even did this? Because he was pubescent. I'm like, he was literally 10 years old doing this. And I'm like, you know what? As a 10-year-old, I probably would have asked that. Why not? I'm hungry. Yeah. Like, he was, but he also just has, he's also just a very intelligent as well. Like, the way he articulates himself, even as a 10-year-old, I don't think I was that articulate, to be honest. But he's impressive. Like, he's an impressive 10-year-old. He's very autistic. Yes, he identifies what he wants, goes and gets it literally, despite like how far it takes to get. I don't even know how he got there, because Boston is apparently really far from Storybrooke, so somehow, he's brave. He's brave. He's like, bye.
We know that he has like the heart of a true believer or whatever, and like it comes off in this episode very well.
Yep, impressive. I liked him.
Let's talk about the Charmings. I'll go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Love it. Love the relationship. I love that Snow is not your typical damsel in distress.
Yeah, okay. That was cool.
Yeah. And we don't see that a lot in the pilot, but you can just tell by the way a couple talks to each other, the dynamic, very quickly. And the way that Charming is like, she's just like, he definitely knows he's with a strong woman. I don't know. The way he talks to her.
And he doesn't have a problem with it.
And he doesn't have a problem with it. Come on now. I love it. Come be the man I need.
We're not. Okay, this is insane. Now she's talking about herself.
Where you at? Right, let me
chill out.
Let me get back.
Yeah, rein it back.
Let me rein it in.
Rein it in.
I just like, he doesn't try to like dampen her, but she's fiery. And he's like, okay, I know you want to do, what did she want to do that? He wanted her to be happy because it's like, it's our wedding day, like we can't let her take our joy, but she's like, we have to do something.
By her, he means like the evil queen.
Yeah, we have to do something.
We gotta do better at narrating what we're talking about.
I mean,
but
yeah, okay. So I just like the dynamic. You can tell they respect each other. And then like when he's like, okay, we're gonna fight! And she's like, no, we already lost, But she's not gonna, she doesn't demean him in front of the others. She's just like, no, I disagree. Like, we need to do something else, But so I like their dynamic. And they gave up their child, man. For the betterment of everyone. And they had to believe. Okay.
Sorry.
They had to believe that she would come back to them. I just love it. Oh, and it revealed he dies, putting her in it, or gets cut up.
He doesn't die.
The curse actually saves him because
he would have died.
It's revealed that in the real world he's
in a coma.
In a coma, yeah. Do you have anything to add about Snow and Charming?
So my first impression. Okay, I said this about Maleficent, like the Angelina Jolie movies. Mm-hmm. I really like what they did with that. I like that they gave her depth and they gave her a backstory for her character. What I liked about what they did with Snow White, if you see the original Snow White, and there's no way that you haven't, it's old as shit. The original Snow White, she is very much damsel in distress. Mm-hmm. The evil queen is her stepmother, and she's chasing her because she's asked her mirror, who's the fairest in the land, whatever. And he's like, it's Snow White, it's not you. And so she wants to kill this woman. And so she runs into the forest, and she hides out, and she's just like weak, and waits for this charming dude, man, to save her, whatever, blah, blah. And I'm like, I like the fact that the women in this show are not waiting for no man. Like, they're like, I'll save myself. Like, and I think that's really cool. Because again, it's just very different from the Disney dynamics. And just like how Moana is the first one that doesn't have a male interest. Like, she's like, no, I'll save my island myself.
And I think that was like, the writers did that purposely because Snow White is the first Walt Disney movie.
She is, yeah.
So it's like, let's start with the first and flip it.
Yeah, and they flipped it, and then from there comes all these other movies. And then just like in here, from those two people come all these other characters in the show. So it was really
that
cool.
We think we know.
Yeah. Really cool parallels. So my first thought of Snow White was like, she's a badass. I was like, yeah. I was like, good. I like this. Charming is charming. Like, I was like, he didn't really. Like, even in the original Snow White, we didn't get much on this man. Mm-hmm. I feel like now
we're going to get.
It's not that we don't get much on him. He's what I expect. Like, he didn't surprise me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, his character did not surprise me at all. That's how I expected him to act. Mm-hmm. Versus like Snow White, not how I expected her to act. So I think the dynamics work really well, like you were saying. He knows he has a strong woman, and he doesn't feel like his manhood is challenged by that or belittled by that. Men take notes. Like, having a strong woman does not mean that you have to belittle yourself or you are less of a man or whatever. Like, they work together, like, really well. And they're both strong together. They're a team together. And they understand each other's dynamics. And they also praise each other for what they have. That too.
When they talk about the fairest in the land, do they mean best looking or do they mean best in heart?
Fairest. Like, as in, like, the queen, I think she took it as looks. Okay. But the mirror meant, like, pure of heart. Like, you're an evil woman.
Because we're going to try to figure out, like, not figure out. We know who they are, but they're real world cursed characters.
Oh, yeah.
And she's a teacher. And I think she has all the qualities of being a teacher. And that's funny because, like, I watched this before I even knew I wanted to teach. Another connection with Snow.
She's obsessed with these people.
I'm obsessed.
Like, just so you.
This is gonna be me for 4 seasons.
Just so you,
But yeah, I think that was a good, like.
Literally, their characters, like who they are in real life, also seamless. Like
it's like
all the
link.
it's literally like it works. Yeah, like it works really well. I couldn't predict who they would be in the real life, but when I found out who they, I was like, oh, that tracks.
It
just made so much sense.
Geppetto as the therapist.
Yes.
Not
Geppetto.
Jiminy Cricket as the gosh,
why do we go?
Story.
We both went
yes. Jiminy
that story was
Cricket
terrible.
as Pinocchio's not terrible.
Girl, Jiminy Cricket's backstory? Yes, it was.
Well,
that was
at least he got one. I mean, he didn't get one in the original, right?
No, in the original he was already a cricket.
Jiminy Cricket being a therapist is like, that's funny.
Yeah, that's funny.
You're conscious and all that stuff. That makes sense.
Be your guide. Like that. That tracked really well.
What do we think about Rumpelstiltskin? He has a pretty crazy entrance in this one.
So, Rumpelstiltskin, right? The way this man gets introduced into the first season is he is currently a prisoner, and Prince Charming and the Charmings have him in their dungeon, in their palace dungeon.
We don't know what he did, but
yeah, we don't know what the crime was.
Kind of when you look at him, you're like, okay, we can keep a slimy-looking man down there. It already plays on your judgment.
If we gotta talk about like the character pairings, we gotta talk it to the makeup. Let me tell you something.
Oh,
the makeup team for this show, fire! Like the hairs were done. Like Regina when she was in the Enchanted Forest.
Oh yes, like
hair slayed.
Costumes,
girl. The costumes are amazing. Hair's on point. Even black people. Thank you for doing black people's hair. Thank you because it just.
Did you see black people? I didn't see any black person in this.
There were some black people.
Oh,
there's not a lot. Okay, it's not okay. All I'm saying is props to y'all because. Looking back at this show now, let me tell you something. When I watched the show at first, the CGI, I was like, this is amazing. Let me tell you something. When I looked at that shit now, compared to what we have now, whoa. But for the time, y'all ate. And everyone looked good. I forgot my point. What was I saying about
Rumple? You're explaining to them how we see Rumple.
Oh my god, Rumple looks like a lizard. Like he's like
scaly.
He's a human with scales. Like he's a slimy looking. He looks amazing.
Were you familiar with the Rumple story before this? Because
I wasn't very familiar.
Because it's not a Disney thing, and I didn't know
it's definitely a Grim Reaper thing. I mean, a Grim Reaper thing. Yeah, because. That dude is nuts.
So basically, it's this creep that takes people's child.
Yes. He's a creep that makes deals with people. Mm-hmm. He has a terrible addiction to making deals with people. But they never
tell us why.
I don't...
Even in the original story, you don't know why.
He just does it.
The bad guy that you make deals with.
Yeah. And they brought him in Shrek 4. And he was making deals with people, and I'm like, oh, so that's what he does. That's just what he does. Yeah. But, he has a weird thing about making deals with people, and that's kind of how he stayed in power, because he always makes sure that the deals that he makes has loopholes, and he always wins, basically. And so...
And he preys on their desperation.
He does. His superpower is sensing a desperate soul.
So when Snow and Charming go down there to try to get a prophecy on what's going to happen in the future, of course he wants something. He wants to know the name of their unborn child.
My first impression of him was, this guy's amazing. I was scared immediately.
I was scared.
When he came on, I was like, now that's a villain. Like, I was just like, yeah, I love rooting for villains. He was lit. I was like, this dude, he's that man. Like, he's just that man. Mm-hmm. Like, he's the guy when you say, I know a guy. He's the guy. Yeah. Like, he will steal, murder, or barter. Like, he is the guy.
Of him because he was creepy. And I didn't know what he was going to do to them. I didn't know what he was going to do to them. But Snow was so brave, and she's like, what's going to happen? And he tells her that child is the only thing that's going to save everyone. And, the way he does it, I guess give it to the actor, Robert Carlyle, because,
and I've never seen him in anything else.
28th birthday.
Yeah. It was
it's so creepy.
And he ate.
And then we see Rumple at the end of as Mr.
1.
Gold.
And it makes sense.
And he still looks creepy. He just has that thing where you never feel like you can trust him. And
but the parallels also make sense, like of who he is. Because Rumpelstiltskin also is a spinster. I don't know if that's the word. He turns sheep wool into gold. And I'm like, how the hell? But, magic, whatever.
Yeah.
So then when he's in the real world, his name is Mr. Gold. And it's like, yeah, that makes sense. The man's rich. He's rich as hell. But I
don't know till later that he used that as a plot hole.
As another...
He made a deal with Gina so that he could be in power wherever
another hole!
He made a...
he always sets himself up. Like,
as soon as he hears her name, he'll be awake.
Yeah, so... Who, Courtney?
The only man
as soon as he hears whose name, you're just saying stuff.
As soon as Rumpel hears Emma's, so he asks, "What is the baby's name?" And she's like, "Emma." That's the deal. And you think, okay, he just wants the name, fine, but he uses that as a loophole to, as soon as he hears her name, he'll wake up from the curse.
He's that dude. Like, I just love a character that can think 10 steps ahead of everybody. And that's exactly what he is. He is just that man that thinks so far ahead into stuff that he just gets out of everything.
And when you're watching the show, you're following Emma, and you're trying to see if she's going to break the curse, if she's going to believe Henry in that dynamic. But when you rewatch it, you really see that it's just a pawn game between Regina and Rumpel.
It really is. They're just fighting for power.
So let's talk about Regina, because she's going to be our last character we're going to talk about. The evil queen, Snow and Charming are at their wedding. I'm going to let you sit on that for a second, because she's going to go off. She loves Regina. She's about to pop off. I mean, she loved her before. She loved her when she was bad. Let me set it up. So Snow and Charming have their wedding, and we're like, okay, we know this, this is familiar, you woke her up, blah, blah, blah. And then she walks in, and, I want to say the music. Throughout the whole episode, and throughout the whole show, the music is so, every character has a theme, if you really think about it. I'm a music nerd. Everybody has a theme, and it just seamlessly goes into it. Like, not a moment is wasted. And that's another reason why this is a perfect pilot.
I'll say, so she comes in. Point. That's actually interesting, because I noticed that as well, because I watch a lot of foreign films in terms of TV shows. So I love K-dramas, telenovelas, and in telenovelas, the two main lovers always have a theme. Like, when they come on the scene, instant music change. It goes into this one thing. And it's only for them.
I really want more shows to do that.
It's like you just know something's happening. It's
like emotional.
Yeah.
It's characters telling. Yeah.
And they did that. They literally did that throughout. Like, every time Snow and Charming come on, music. Instant change. I knew she was gonna freaking... It's like, and it's beautiful. I hate them, but it's beautiful.
Explain why you hate them.
I hate them because they're just so exhausting. Like, just being, and this is gonna sound like I'm evil, but like, they're just so disgustingly hopeful about everything, and I'm just like, guys, this is not realistic. Like, but there
are people who live in that reality.
I also just hate the way Charming talks. I never got over that. And all the season, like, Courtney, why is your man whispering? We're constantly.
It's drama.
Constantly.
Because if we're like this, I can't be like, I will always.
You can! Every time.
Yes!
No,
because he means it!
It wasn't. It's not just with that phrase. It's in general. Like, how he talks in general.
No, when he said, let's fight, that mic was on.
That's the only time. That's the only time. You're going to name the one time? Anyway.
She walks in and you hear...
Yes! Regina's theme song is like, you just know, you're like, that shook shit into my spine. When she came on and that music came on, I was like, oh, something's about to go down.
I mean, Darth Vader, right? Darth Vader has that sound. Dun, 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 dun. And Regina has that. It's just as effective.
It's fire.
So she comes and threatens their happiness, threatens everyone, and says she's going to get her happy ending. And then, what is her happy ending, you wonder? She's the mayor of this new town.
That's not her happy ending.
And she doesn't really seem too happy to me.
That's not her happy ending. Being the mayor, that's not what she wanted.
No, her happy ending is what? That they...
Destroying Snow White.
But
her happy ending is just making sure Snow White doesn't have one. That's
when we meet Regina as Madam Mayor. She doesn't seem that happy to me. I mean, I guess when your son has run away.
Yeah.
But she has this aura of I'm pissed. She's immediately
pissed. Her son is missing.
She's immediately threatened by Emma.
Immediately.
Clearly. And put her in her place immediately. And it's dang.
But the thing about it, she's threatened by anyone that doesn't bend to her control.
Mm.
That's another thing. Another main factor, the fact that she's the mayor, and this was also part of her curse, is that one, she's the only person that remembers who everyone is. She's the only person that's awake. And so she gets enjoyment out of scaring the shit out of everyone in town. Mm-hmm. When she walks in the room, everyone stops talking. Yeah, she gets what she wants. And that is just the ability to control any narrative that she wants. And so a lot of people in the town are fearful of her. They already were in the Enchanted Forest, but now they're fearful of her, and they don't know who they are. And they don't know who and Snow White doesn't know who her loved one is. And she gets no family. She's a loner. That's what she wants. And she just takes, she loves the fact that she can look at Snow you don't get no lover, and I don't either. You get nobody. I think her thing.
So my initial reaction was I don't like her, but we're not supposed to. Of
course you're not supposed to.
You're not supposed to like her.
That's why I do.
Because we know she actually is evil, and she's that doesn't make me evil, does it? I just want to take care of him. So it automatically puts you on Henry's side, and you're Henry has to get out of this.
My first impression of Regina.
Here we go.
Good. I was shook. I was shook. I was just how What Is a Rumple, I was that's a villain. And it's a female villain. Mm-hmm. Love a woman in power. I was let's freaking go. She was stepping on heads from the gate. And I was first off, she was stepping on heads out the gate anyway.
Out at all?
It's not that I was creeped out. Okay.
Or you're just older.
She was so good of a villain. She's the villain that you're damn. Mm-hmm. She also thinks ahead as well. So she's just one of the people that I'm just
they're really good.
Damn, that's good.
We have hot takes and heartbreaks.
Dun, dun, dun.
I don't know what the heartbreak part really will be. There will be times.
Absolutely.
There will be times. But now we're going to just start off with hot takes.
Okay.
Sis, what's your hot take for the pilot episode?
Honestly, I only have one hot take, and this is the only hot take that matters. Okay? Oh. And when you hear it, you might agree. Okay? Listen. So if you watch episode 1, you will, because we're telling you. Watch episode 1. When you watch episode 1...
Rewatch with us.
Yes.
It's fine.
And like we said, there's going to be spoilers, so don't trip on what I'm saying right now. But in episode 1, right, the queen is talking about how she is going to enact this curse, whatever. Okay? Then we find out that, Snow and Prince Charming, their child is the person that's going to break the curse. Whatever. And so, in order for that to happen, the whole village comes together as how do we get the child to escape the curse? Because if they're in the curse, the point is you will forget who you are, your memories are going to be gone. If the child is affected by this curse, there is no saving us. So they're trying to get the kid out, right? Okay.
What is your hot take?
I'm getting there.
Camera on
I'm looking at it and I'm talking. What?
It has to be dramatic.
I'm getting there. I'm building it.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm building it. Okay, so the entire village comes together, how do we get the kid out? And Geppetto, which is Pinocchio's father, he's a wood carver, and he carves this enchanted... He basically carves a portal, in a tree, basically. And whenever you go through the portal, it's going to send you somewhere else. So you won't be affected by the curse. That's the whole point. Okay, I'm going to tell you like I said in the Titanic. Same shit. My hot take is... They both could have fit in that damn tree. That is my hot take.
Wait.
When the point was, Snow was child, correct? They were gonna put Snow in the tree while she was pregnant to escape the curse. Literally, the curse is like a few yards away or whatever. It's coming. It's coming. You can you hear the dwarf yell, "It's here!" And the curse is like coming, right? Let's say their castle is here. Mm-hmm. The curse is in this corner coming to take them to Wusham. And she starts giving birth. And I'm like, I would have closed her legs and shoved her in that damn tree. They both could have fit. Like, when she started, if I heard the water break, I'm like, get out. Like, no, get up. Like, we have to go. Then the nerd would be like, we can't move her now. Like, no! Get her up or bring the tree.
Okay, but they didn't finish to the last second. Geppetto didn't finish to the end.
So take her ass to the room. Like, if I knew it was down to seconds, I wouldn't have been in my own bedroom, laid up. Girl was just laying up with her mans, waiting for this shit to get done. I would have been in the room. Like, I would have already been. Why? And so then we have this. Yes, and then we have this dramatic fight scene of Charming trying with the baby, slicing through like the queen's knights or whatever, because they infiltrate the palace to make sure, because they hear about the kid that's about to get whooshed away. So they go in there to infiltrate it to make sure that they either kill the kid or stall it from being able to escape. That whole thing wasn't necessary. If you had her in the freaking room where the tree was already, I would have been watching him drill the last nut into this. And as soon as the thing was done, I would have crawled in. She took forever to get. They took forever to get to this freaking tree. This man. And when I tell you, it's not even like the tree was like that was like close. It was like down the hall to the left. Like, it wasn't even close to their bedroom. This man has a baby in one hand, a sword in the other hand, and he is fighting off the knights down the hallway to get to where the nursery room was. And I'm like, first off, why would you have your child that far from you anyway? Like, even if this wasn't happening, that's a far-ass way to have your child crying all the way down there. And this is a palace, mind you. So it's not like, again, it's not like open the door and the next one's right here. It's down. And their hall is down the hall. Like, it took him a minute. And I'm like, you knew how long it would take you to get over there. It just didn't make sense. Like I said in the Titanic, they both could have found that damn door and they both could have fit in the damn tree. That is my hot take, and I will stand on that. And that's why I said it's the only hot take that matters, because it started this whole thing. And scene.
My reaction to your hot take is, that's not how magic works. Like,
magic!
And you're right. They probably should have done better. Like,
he said only one person could go.
Yeah, but he lied. Yeah. Because he wanted his son to go with it. So they actually both could have gone. Even Emma out of the room, they could have gone. But he lied, so his son could have done that. So I always think about that every time. I'm like, I would have. But as a parent, I think you have to do that. It's like, no, I'm gonna make sure my kid. I don't care if you're the queen's kid. Like, my kid's getting there too. So yes, but that's not how magic works. She couldn't have fit into it because that's actually two people. And I realized for the first time that they were trying to get her in pregnant because they're like, oh, one person.
One person.
But that's not how magic works.
She was the one vessel. It's not about magic. Did you even hear what you said?
I don't think it would have worked. When Geppetto was like, okay, we're all ready. He already sent his son through.
Yes.
So he was serious. It was only ready for one because one had already gone. So I'm saying Snow wouldn't have fit in it anyway because there was two of them. And I think they were trying to jinx the system and be like, I don't know. I'll fit in there because I'm pregnant, but she's not technically her own person yet. But I don't think it was always meant for her to get through.
I don't know.
But I
feel like even if he wanted to save his son, which again is rude, like, I get it, but like, again, your son.
How is that rude? Think of Geppetto's side.
Okay, think of Geppetto's side. Fine. Okay.
No, but now we're having a discussion. Talk to me.
Okay, the Dark One literally said, and I quote, "Your child, Snow, that thing growing in your belly will save us." Yeah. Geppetto has no stand. Your son does nothing.
He will save us, but he didn't want him to be cursed.
I understand you don't want your son to be cursed, but your son ain't gonna save shit.
So
even if he
I
goes,
want to be cursed.
that's not what we're doing here.
I'm saying
That's
if
not
you're
what we're doing
Geppetto,
here.
and you're the only one who could create,
I'd be
and
with
the
my
queen-
son.
That is true.
What are you talking
That's a
about?
thought.
Wait, you sent your son. You don't know where the fuck this goes. You sent your son
Away.
through a portal to escape the curse. Great, whatever. Versus being cursed with your son, and at least you remember your
That's a
son.
different thing. Comment
The
down
man
below. Would
doesn't-
you want to be cursed with your kid?
I'd
or
rather
let
be
your
cursed
kid not
with my
be
kid.
cursed?
You're telling me that the
Can
condition.
I speak?
Wait, you're
Let
telling me.
your kid
You're
not
telling
be
me-
cursed so that they can have a better chance.
You don't even know what the chance is. You're telling me that
You
the
know
conditions
it's
of the curse
something
is that we
better.
will forget our memories. He doesn't remember he has a son.
That's true.
I would rather be cursed with my son. We don't know how we got here. We don't know nothing. All we know is we've always been together. And that's fine with me. As a parent, fine. The only one that had to sacrifice not growing up with their kid was the Charmings. That was the point.
Yeah.
Because their kid was actually supposed to save everybody.
Mm-hmm. Which they didn't realize. I realized that they didn't realize till she had the baby that they were going to separate. Because they were planning on putting Snow in there.
Precisely. But I'm like, from the jump, the only person that had to make that sacrifice was them.
Right.
Because either way, Charm was going to be away from his wife and his kid.
I think I would want my
And
kid
again,
to
we
have the
don't know
chance.
where it's going. How do we know that that is better? She didn't say we'll die in this curse. She said, you'll remember who you are and you'll remember your happy endings. I have my kid. Like, that's just what it is. The curse was meant to attack that woman.
So he kind of took away, really philosophical, he kind of took away his own happy ending by separating himself.
Exactly.
From himself.
I'm like, you freaking idiot. The only one that had to be affected by that was Snow White because the curse was made to attack her.
No,
everyone else,
everyone. She came to the wedding and said everyone.
Everyone was gonna be involved, but the main, if she could have cast the curse to just her, it would have been just her.
Right.
Like, but I'm like, yes, okay. So either way, everyone had to act according because there was nothing else they could do. They had to wait for the savior. That was it. Other people had their kids. Other people had their wives, husbands, whatever. They didn't send them nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
That's what I said. They were together. So I'm
together.
like, no, I would have just kept my son with me. I would have kept my son with me because...
And I think I probably would have let it go.
You would have.
If it would give him the best chance.
We don't know
I
that.
don't want him to be cursed. And
We
I
don't
know
that.
he'll make good decisions out there. Agree
Go
or
on.
disagree.
Please comment below. I know I'm not the only one that thinks this.
My hot take is this was a perfect pilot. And I'll tell you why. It sets up, I write my notes, okay? It sets up season 1 perfectly. It sets up the conflict. We have the curse and the people are cursed. It sets up the only one who can give the solution. Emma. That's what season 1 is going to be. It's telling you everything. Yeah. It sets up the character dynamics between Henry and his stepmom and Regina. Between Henry and the real mom. We see that the real mom is like kind of living on her own, Emma. Kind of living on her own, didn't want to be alone, blew out the candle. It sets up Snow and Charming's dynamic. I mean, we already know their dynamic because, you know, Snow White and Prince Charming, but like we're seeing Snow actually like speak up for herself. And it's kind of showing us that she's really like, no, I voice my opinions. Modern day woman. You know what I'm saying? I will always find you. That was in the first... She's not... What is it? What is her ship name?
I don't care. That's how much I don't care. I don't
She's not a stand up, but it's okay. It's okay. I will always find you. That quote was already in this episode.
So are we doing quotes or
no? I just want to say it's setting up everything. It makes sense. It's saying so much in a small time. It makes you have to watch the next episode. We see Rumple. We see Evil Queen. We don't know what happened, but it's a familiar thing because we know the Evil Queen hates Snow. But it's a perfect episode. It sets up everything. What else was I gonna say?
I don't think that's a hot take.
I like how the show... Okay. And I also like how they show us what happened in the Enchanted Forest. So when Henry starts saying, you know, Snow White and Prince Charming are your parents, they sent you here because... He doesn't sound crazy to us. We just want Emma to believe because we know it's true. That's my hot take.
My reaction to your hot take. I don't think that's a hot take. I think it's just fact. It's a perfect episode.
I don't think everyone's gonna say it's a perfect thing.
They're not looking. No offense, you're delusional. Quite literally, yeah. Not only it sets up modern day, past day. It perfectly explains how we got here. It literally explains the who, what, why, and how.
Okay, I'm gonna say
and every story needs that, but usually they break it up.
Not every show does that. Not every show has a good pilot.
I know that.
I'm saying this is perfect. If you're writing a show, if you're a writer, this is the example of what to do, of how to write a pilot to set up character and drama. Okay, the segment is called Hot Takes and Heartbreaks, or Heartbreaks. We have both.
We have both, yes.
Go ahead.
So there's a heartbreak that comes in, and I think, so obviously, like Courtney mentioned, Henry, the main character, basically he leaves Storybrooke to go find his real mom. And on her birthday, just like Rumpelstiltskin prophesied, on her 28th birthday, she gets taken back to Storybrooke, basically to start the whole savior thing, whatever. She still doesn't believe it, but she takes Henry home, and she meets Regina, which is his stepmom, who doubles up as the evil queen in the Enchanted Forest before they got to Storybrooke, right? And I think a heartbreak that's really important, since we mentioned the whole give them your best chance bull crap. I think what we see in this first episode is the fact that, unbeknownst to Emma, her parents did that so she can get her best chance. They gave her up so she can get her best chance, right? She ends up doing the same thing with Henry to give him his best chance. And she meets Regina, and I think she feels like I did not give him his best chance. Emma's biggest superpower, and they mentioned it in the show, is that she can tell when someone's lying.
Right.
And she's just like, she can tell Regina is like, this whole relationship is about control. She's like, she does not love this kid. And if I kept him...
the way I would have.
Yes, she does not love this kid the way I would have. She doesn't treat him the way that I would have. And I think for a few... And I think that's ultimately what also makes her stay, is the fact that she's like, I messed up. Like, I gave my kid... I tried to give my kid his best chance, and ultimately he ended up with this witch of a woman who is so mean to everybody and him, and it's not what I would have wanted for him. So she stays kind of like to protect him.
And the funny thing is, she doesn't believe in the fairy tale stuff, but you can just tell when someone's aura is just like off, and you're just like, the energy is off. And I don't know if it's because of the cinematography, the show, or whatever, but her house looks dark. Like, it just seems looming. So I'm sure she's like, this is not an inviting house, and then he's like, my life sucks, please.
Yeah, like your kid that you haven't seen since literally pushing them out of your hoo-ha is telling you, my life sucks, she is so mean, I hate her, I hate living with her. This kid ran away from home. Like, he ran away from Storybrooke to Boston. God knows how far.
And Emma says to the guy that she was, the Bells Bondman thing, the guy that she's like, he asked her, you don't have any friends, what are you doing out, on a Saturday night? She's like, I'm a bit of a loner. And that's what Mary Margaret says about Henry. She's like, he's actually a little bit of a loner. He's lonely, so I gave him the book. So I think she connected with him. She's like, oh my gosh, like,
I did this to my kid.
Yeah.
Like, he's a loner because of me. Yeah, I think that's a heartbreak that's really...
They can understand that pain.
Yeah, and I think that's like I think that's kind of like the first heartbreak that we see in the first season, in the first episode.
For me, I would say a heartbreak. It's not even a heartbreak. It was just so emotional. It was funny enough. Was in the treehouse when he told her, "Is like, look, I know you like me. I know you're just trying to push me away, but you gave me my best chance. I know, like, you tried to give me the best chance, and I know why you gave me up." And for him to give her that forgiveness, like, I'm a teacher, so kids can annoy, I'm sure parents and other teachers can get this. Like, kids can annoy
Siblings
you.
as well.
Okay. Kids can annoy you and, like, make you so angry, and then they'll just say, like, one thing that'll, like, break you and make you be like, oh my gosh, you're so amazing, you're so deep, I love you, And that's the first time we see her cry, was in that treehouse, when he was like, I know why you gave me up.
Yeah, so you could tell she was harboring, like, a lot of guilt for giving him up.
And he's like, you don't have to feel guilty. I know what you did it for.
Right.
Automatically, kids can do that. So that was nice.
Yeah. But I was like, yeah, I think that's the first heartbreak, and then I guess a heart to mend.
Oh, yeah, heart mend. When Rumple talks about the final battle will begin, that's further into the future.
And this is an important quote because he really sets like the stage for the whole show. That's like a running theme of good versus evil. Who is going to win? Like there will constantly be a battle of like who is going to win. Is good gonna win and prevail over all, or is evil gonna win and prevail over all? Important quote.
It's also foreshadowing something that we don't know when it's gonna happen, or we think the final battle is something, but further in the future, it's a whole different thing.
Yeah, it gets bigger.
And I'm saying there's prophecies in storytelling, the Bible, whatever, where you think it's going to happen. Oh, you're going to be king. And it's like, oh, tomorrow? And then it doesn't happen in 40 years.
Yeah.
Till 40 years. It's like, wow. He was really on that. Throughout the show, we're going to be doing a family tree because the longer you stay here, the more you realize we're all related. That's a quote. Isn't that? One of them said that.
I don't know.
They're all related. Don't look at me like that. They're all related. That's what they say. Stay around here long enough, you realize they're all related in some way or something like that. Anyway, there's a lot. I tried. There's a lot.
I don't know if someone said that. You said it's still so cool. Like, no.
Somebody said that. There's a lot of relations, but we're gonna update the family tree when something is confirmed. So we have confirmed.
We have 5 branches of this tree right now.
We are, again, a rewatch podcast, a spoiler podcast, but we hope that you can watch it for the first time.
Watch the episode and then come here.
Watch
this first.
Watch the episode, then come here, and sorry, but we're going to spoil some things, but we're not going to be super in-depth spoilers. It's going to be, like, vague. We have different segments. We're going to fill them in and out, but these are going to be kind of like our main segments. You're always going to get a quote. You're always going to get a hot take and our initial thoughts and stuff like that. The next episode will be a cluster of 2 through something. I don't know if it's 2 through 4, 2 through 5, but it won't just be episode 2 because, again, we're not an episode by episode show.
No. And we are going to rant and get off topic. That's what women do.
We're sisters.
Like, it's just like,
come on.
We're going to talk. And also, like, I think it's just so funny that even though all these years have passed since we've seen the show, we're still getting worked up.
That's
how you know the show is good. Like, we're still getting worked up.
If you're rewatching it with us, let us know your initial thoughts of the pilot episode and anything that you're like, oh my gosh, I never realized that till now.
And your hot takes.
As you said.
Oh, I see the hot takes.
The hot takes.
And again, like we said, comment if you would have left your son in that, or if you would have kept him with you.
Yeah.
I just need to know, if I woke up from this curse to find this man and he said that,
my
kid
in the comments.
is 28. 28! And this kid thinks we didn't want him. She woke up on the street.
Also,
she thinks we
was like, you need to go. So that's what you can look forward to in the coming episodes. Let us know in the comments. We'll put out a poll. Guys, tell us your thoughts. We would love to read your comments. Don't be a tentative typer. Which means you don't want to type that you have thoughts. Yeah. We want to hear the thoughts.
Yeah.
Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Thank you for watching Discussions.
As always, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
See you next time.